Okay, so doing a drip line on a high slope, and what I've done is I've ran the drip line a far run and just made sure I didn't puncture it at all until I get to my slope. But now I'm wanting to water this lower side of the slope. So what I'm doing is puncturing up higher, bringing it down with a tube, but I'm using a 4-gallon emitter here. And then what I have is these have half-gallon emitters. This one has 4 of them, so that's 2 gallons. And then on the end here, a 1-gallon emitter. So that's a total of 3 gallons. But this way, the gateway is only allowing a maximum of 4 gallons per hour through. And this way I'm giving the correct amount of water here, but also not losing any pressure in my line because this will be limited to those 4 gallons. Just a little strategy to make sure that I still get water all the way to the slope because the elevation is so high. So that's going to be my little strategy here. Okay, so I'm ready to run my line, and what I did is I made 2 lines the same style where I go 4 and then have the emitters and the emitter, and this way I'm controlling how much water comes through. But then I've got a single line I'll be running down. I'll run that to a T, and then I'll tee this into each of my 4-gallon pieces. So I just got to climb up there, puncture the line, and then run the line down and make it happen. Okay, I don't know if you can see it too well, but I punctured the line so that it's on the top of the line. In that way the pressure, and then I made a little loop on the top, and that way the pressure doesn't just drain out from the bottom. You know, my concern is making sure that I can get water all the way to the other side, and so by creating a little bit of a loop, I can always lift that loop up higher if I needed to make sure I'm maintaining the pressure across it. So now I'll add my T on this end, I'll T to this line and run the second line. Okay, so here's my T on my line hooked up and ready to go, and what I've done is run it to the end, that end, making sure that the line that's supplying the water gets the little node, and then we'll be able to run each end. So now just easy matter of plugging it in. Now it's time to plant some bougainvillea. Definitely a good idea to get the drip line fixed first because it's some prickly stuff, the bougainvillea. Once it's in place, I'll probably pull these weeds out and get rid of the trash while I'm here before I put it in, because once you got it in, it's a lot of thorns. So. Okay, made a huge mistake earlier. Pierced the wrong line. This is the line that's running up to a higher elevation. So I'm going to use what's called a goof plug. It has a small side on one side and a bigger side on the other to rerun this, and I'll run this line from a different line. It gets tricky when you got a bunch of different zones, and I kind of got a little confused and pierced the wrong one, so just going to carefully pull that out, and I'll use this smaller end. There we go, and seal it off. Hopefully that does the trick, and then this I'll run another line from a different spot. I actually have one going from this hose, which was the hose I originally should have gotten it from, and I'll just bring that line over. No big deal. Oh boy. Okay, so here's that. I just grabbed that line down. So I'm running a different way of running up high. So you might check out that video. But this one, it's really simple. Trimming this here. And running the end right here. And I got just a 1-gallon emitter on this end, so we're good to go there. All right. Okay, got the next bougainvillea planted there. Wanted to go ahead and test the drip system before I get too far, because you know, it's better to figure it out now. Problem is I forgot which zone it is. I believe it's this one. So hold down the water now button, hit the OK button. I'll turn it on for 10 minutes. And here we go. Yeah, that's it. Okay. we go. We'll make sure our quick plug worked. Yep, it's leaking just a little bit. So I might have to flip that around to the bigger end. But here's our drip line in work. Going right to the plants. And what I'll be doing is propagating these other plants here as you know, we can make it fill in all the empty spaces, bring the line in, propagate it. So I'll space them a ways away, but in between them, we'll make it propagate. So yeah, that's cool. It's working good. All right. Yeah, I'll take it down to the far end, and we'll go make sure the sprinklers in the other end are working good. Yeah, it's all working good. So that's good. Orange tree going here. And we'll go check the other. Yeah, there we go. Little Texas sage right here. And the bougainvillea. That's good. Working good. Drip line here to some more bougainvillea on the far side. But everything's working really good, so happy about that. All right. Yeah, got a little garden going. The solar system had some wildflowers in there they haven't taken yet. We'll see how it goes. Mango tree, little Cavendish banana tree actually. So see how that goes. That'll be pretty cool. See if we can sit on the bench here, reach out and grab a banana, have a little snack attack, enjoy the view. All right, well, that's running the drip line anyway. Back to that. Good to go. I'll flip that plug around and we'll retest. The quick plug repair. It didn't fully seal it off. See if I can mess around with it a little bit and get it to seal off. Yeah, we still got some little drip in it. So I either have a choice. I can put a plant right here, or I can use a coupling repair. I'm actually going to be adding lantana in all this area, so I think I'll be okay as long as it doesn't leak any worse. I'll add more lantana, have it spread and propagate. Actually got some mint right here. This is spearmint, and I didn't even know that it flowered, so that was kind of a nice surprise. Spearmint is really, it's delicious. You can eat it right off. It helps with stomach aches, stuff like that. It's you can put it in a little bit of water, or put it in like a chocolate mint kind of deal. It's really, really tasty. It's good. You can eat it right off. Probably should rinse it first, but you know. But it tastes really good. A piece of bubble gum, and it smells really good too. They say it's kind of invasive, so it can, you know, make a lot more, which I'm fine with, because ants don't like it. This little guy likes it. Some type of a wasp, maybe. Looks like a parasitic wasp. Probably eats little caterpillars and stuff like that. Which, you know, caterpillars are bad for the garden, and so the wasp is kind of good for the garden. Little butterfly. There's the wasp again. And they seem to like the spearmint flowers as well, so that's pretty cool. Alright, so the drip system doing its thing. It's working good. The test is successful. You know, that plug is leaking, so again, I can put a coupling in like this instead, or I can just plant something right there. Which I probably, you know, again, I can propagate the lantana, perhaps, dip it in, you know, cut off some piece, dip it in some rooting hormone, and just plop it in right there and see how it goes. I'll do that.